again. Welcome to today's attempt at a time guesser. This is the puzzle that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge, both of which I'm terrible at, so this will be fun. If you want to play along at home, just post your guesses in the description, or not in the description, in the comments. Anyway, the idea here, we get a picture. We have to say where was it taken, and also when was it taken. Could be anywhere between 1900 and 2025. This is question one, and it looks like San Francisco. I mean, annoyingly, there are loads of suspension bridges in the world, aren't there? But it really feels like this is going to be the Golden Gate Bridge. Catherine Ferry. I mean, it could be the Forth Road Bridge or something like that. This could be Scotland. Catherine is a Scottish name as much as it's an American name. But I feel like I've got to go for America, haven't I? Carston, Offal, Offerman, Carston. Yeah, it's got to be Carston Offerman that says. That feels more American than Scottish to me. I'm going to go. I've got no idea when the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge was built. That's the other problem. I've been there as well. I should know. This looks really old though. Do I go pre-World War II? I think I might have to. Let's just go for 1934. That's where it ended up. Now, San Francisco. We'll zoom right in to the Golden Gate Bridge. I feel like this might be the northern end. Maybe I should go here? Just trying to work out whether I can see a lighthouse. Is it going to be the north end or the south end? It's very difficult to tell. And it's probably going to be a completely different bridge altogether, so it's not going to matter. There looks like there's more stuff here, which is why I thought this would be the north end looking at the south. So let's try there. Hopefully, even if it's here, I won't lose that many points. I was 25 years off. It was the Manhattan Bridge. That is not as famous as the Golden Gate Bridge, but I at least feel less bad for not recognising certain elements. 1909. I feel like I deserve more points for the year than the location on that one. I suppose I was in the right country at least. 0 points for year feels very harsh. I said it was pre-World War II, and it was. It's not a million miles away, but clearly 25 years is too much. So that is an awful start. Let's hope there's some easier questions coming up. Oh, this one's not easier, it's black and white as well. I'm always terrible when it's a black and white one, because I just don't know whether it's 1900 or 1980. That feels German. Oh, I mean, it says Deutschland up here, so obviously. I don't know where in Germany, but as long as I go somewhere in the middle of Germany, I'm not going to lose that many points. Do I know what year this was? No. What is a sensible guess? I don't think... Okay, that's a mopedy scooter sort of thing, isn't it? They weren't around before the war. So it's going to be 60s or 70s, I suspect. Let's go a bit later than the default. We'll go 72. And do I want to go in the middle of Germany? Do I want to go in a big city? Let's go for Munich, and I'll be annoyed if it's Berlin. There's probably some other clues, but my knowledge of German is not good enough. It was Erfurt. Okay, well, I was never going to guess that, was I? Unless I explicitly saw a sign that said Erfurt. At least I got a lot more points than on the first question. Only 7 years off as well. It was 60s or 70s, as I said. So that is slightly heading in the right direction. Right. That is... I mean, I knew that was George Bush Jr. even before I read the sign. I recognised somebody. He was president in 2001, so I don't know exactly when this photo was taken, but surely it would have been around that time. This is the flag of Liberia, I believe. So, I guess I just go somewhere in Liberia in 2001 or so. It could be slightly before or slightly after 2001, but that's as good a year to pick as any, I think. Now, am I going to be able to find Liberia? I mean, obviously the answer is yes, I'm going to find it eventually, but I don't know offhand whereabouts in Africa it is, which is definitely something I should know. Do I need to zoom in even more? Why does it not say the name? Where is Liberia? Oh dear. I didn't want to just zoom right in. There we go, it's over here. Let's just go in the capital and hope that we are vaguely close. I'm a lot more confident on this one than on the previous ones. Oh, 7 years off. That's a bit annoying, but less than 500 metres from the correct location, so we get a bunch of points for location. I don't lose too much for the year, so not quite as good as I hoped, but still better than the previous two. Better than the previous two combined, actually. Right, what are we doing here? That is a fire. What does that say? Wildomar? 200 metres? I just cannot read that. There's not a lot of clues here, unless I can work out what that sign says, I guess. Obviously, best regards to anyone affected by the fires going on in Los Angeles at the moment. I don't think this is a photo from this week. Although it might be, that does say LA Resource Program. I think this might be a really recent photo. I think I'm gonna have to assume that it is. I'm gonna go 2025. I've kind of gotta go in Los Angeles, really, haven't I? Yeah, I don't really know exactly which area this is. I don't think I'm going to spend a whole lot of time working out which suburb. Let's just go for this and move on. Yeah, I got it spot on. I was pretty close on location. I think that was sadly a relatively easy one. So let's move on to slightly happier ones, hopefully. But also slightly more difficult ones, right? Popular Svizzera. Is that the Swiss bank? I mean, yes, but does that mean it's in Switzerland, or is it going to be in Germany or Austria or somewhere? Pretty hard to know for sure. I don't know when or where. I mean, there's a big lorry. So again, it's not going to be much before the 60s. It's going to be 60s or 70s probably. I reckon this is probably later than the other one that I said was 60s or 70s. Let's go 1972 again. And I think I'm just going to go Switzerland here, because even if it's Germany or Austria, again, I'm not going to be too far away. Let's just zoom in a bit on Zurich. Let's get the sign out of the way, because I didn't mean to click exactly there. Let's pop it a little bit closer to the centre of Zurich and see how we get on. It was Fido in Switzerland, but I was in the right country. I was 9 years off. It was a little bit later than I guessed, but at least I was right that it was later than the previous black and white one. So not a complete disaster, but I think this is going to be my lowest score on my channel for a while. 33,322. I usually aim for about 2/3, so I was basically there, just a tiny bit below 2/3. But yeah, I mean, that first one really did the damage, didn't it? That cost me a bunch of points. None of the others were brilliant, but they weren't disasters either. How did you get on? Probably scored higher than me today if you played this. Well done if you did. That is TimeGuessr. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.